People, it's your boy Zulu King Street Fame. You know what it is. I don't really go live like that. Just go live, kick it with y'all, sliding through the city. Gotta hit them Mercedes dealership up, try to get some lug nuts for my rims. Rock. I want to talk today about one of the times in prison I had beat up a Neta. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna play some music and we'll slide in the car, my nigga. You know what I mean? We gonna get to it. Let some people get up in here. I know what it is. My block was the hottest, I was the coldest. Souls frozen, streets ferocious. But yeah, bro. Y'all know I did a few videos on Neta, bro. I'm cool. Like, I was cool with the whole gang, though. You know what I mean? But there's always that one person, dog. There's always that one dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you about him, though. I'm gonna tell you about him. Niggas that was at Taylor CI from '09 to 11, 12. There was Wookie there, that's tell you. I'm gonna rock out for a minute. That was after the song. We gonna get to it. Continue to sway, even sure to lose. This the jungle, it ain't no rules. Let him slide, he becomes fool. You couldn't bring him back if you want to. Now you know what 200 rounds to do. And everybody got that fake love for you. That's the love for you. Friendships for you, that was never for you. From the womb to the soil, they consumes and destroys you. That's the only thing for you. Guarantee, homie, it's coming for you. You push the wrong buttons and I'm gunning towards you. I'm gonna blow you. Something awful is gonna cause you. Think twice, you live once. And like thanks a hard punch. And most of us ain't have much. Summertime free lunch. Wintertime no heater. I pray Jesus eats up. Shout out to Leo and Rulo. Go check him out on YouTube. It's him right here. Los de la llamada son adictos a la sustancia. De noche y de día, mis maleantes cubren la esquina. Un poco de hueputa con los blones y con la gata fina. Tire un dique en dica, nos pusimos a bandija. Esta esquina es mía, papi, digan lo que digan. Es difícil de vivir tranquilo junto con Manilo. Que son francotiradores, pero sin los cocodrilos. Duermo intranquilo, como si huele un kilo. Con el R encima del mate, así es mi estilo. Me amenazan tanto, se revelan como santo. Para mí sigo en tanto, vemos sliding, tanto como hacen los mafiosos de la isla del encanto. Si cojones a mí me tiene del piso, yo lo levanto. Saludos dinerones, lo que joden de noche, lo que huelen fumazones, lo que huelen reduce. Bienvenido a mi mundo, papi, aquí todo mundo mudo. Y a la hora es maleanteo, aquí se esconde hasta los duros. No sé qué me están diciendo, lío, escóndete un ratito. Otro que me están diciendo, cabrón, esto es tu destino. Como me sonrío, enemigos van partidos, sacan con los y los ready para romper la trillo. Sacando en cara, mamá, bicho, lo que es un amigo. Que en la buena y en la mala, él siempre va a estar contigo. No rayando mierda, para después que venga y nos defienda sus problemas personales. Que a mí nunca me metan. Yo solo yo prefiero, ya aprendí ya de eso. Se acabó el papel de bueno, ahora muera ese pendejo. Dicen que son tus panas, que por ti di que matan. En el día de mañana sale tu primera pana. Atención, amigo mata a su amigo por dinero. Quiere que lleven con la gata y la digo. Me presento, soy un tío, un caso donde aquí no crean lío, asesino. Shout out the next page on the track. Yeah. Cut this off real quick, my nigga. But yo, so we gonna get to it, right? I'm in Taylor CI. And Netas was deep. Now, I know you got Netas like in New York, shit like that. The Netas in Florida is different than the Netas in New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because Florida, we tied in like Orlando, we tied in hard body with Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been to Kissimmee, that's like little Puerto Rico, that's what they call it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we tied in with the island and a lot of the ways of the island, because there's so many people here from Puerto Rico. So New York, Nietas was running on the street. Like, we don't have Nietas on the street in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much just like Puerto Rico. They only exist in the prison system. And in the prison system, that's why they was made, because they're against the abuse from the corrections and from inmates. You know what I'm saying? From other inmates, rapes and stuff like that was going on back in the days. Now, the cat I had the issue with, the only Neta I ever had like really an issue with was this cat. He was from New York. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He was a little bit older than me probably. He looked older than me, but you know them drugs be smacking niggas in the face, you know what I'm saying? Dude be 20 years old, look 46. But you know what I'm saying? He was like about 250, 300, 5'9", older looking dude. He was a little stocky dude. Everybody do their time different. You got the people that gamble, you got people that read, you got people that draw, you know, you got people that do all kinds of workout, they do all kinds of shit, and then they do their time different. With this dude, he was the TV dude, like he was always in front of the TV all day. I don't really watch TV, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't care. I was playing dominoes and shit like that. So in the day room, you know what I'm saying? So he would put down on the white boys and bogart the TV and all this and that. And he was also a snitch though, and it was known that Buddy was snitching. You know what I'm saying? And he snitched on a white boy, slept in front of me the bunk. Like he acted like he was gonna fight with the dude. They put the police on him. He dropped the kite on him, said he had a shank. They flipped the whole bunk. They flipped the whole dorm. You know what I'm saying? So it was known homeboy was like the police, but whoever he was snitching for was higher than a correctional officer, because the correctional officers was scared of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was snitching on COs. Like the COs on Friday and Saturday, I don't know about any other prison anywhere, but in Florida system, they got a late night. Like y'all can stay up later than usual. You know what I'm saying? So everybody be like, they in the club or whatever it is, you know, with their radios and doing what they do and chilling all night. You got the gamblers, they be gambling till 5 in the morning, playing cards and shit. COs be in the bubble and they gambling themselves. They playing poker. He telling on them like they playing poker. So he's snitching to a higher rank officer. So he was like protected by them. So the COs at this camp will beat the shit out you. They'll damn near you. They'll kill you. I don't know. The cells reconnecting. But anyway, them 30 days, I seen 7 people die. You know what I'm saying? Police will handcuff you, beat you down, whatever. Anyway, so officers were scared this dude, whatever. Nah, he was the only dude never ever had a problem with. I told you my boy Kako, he used to run a few of the prisons in Puerto Rico. He was out here in court some time. So he was high ranked. So it was a whole bunch of Netas there and, you know, whatever. It was all cool. But this dude was in my dorm. So anyway, work camp. I ended up in a work camp. It's low custody. People are scared to do anything. They don't want to go back to the main camp. You know what I'm saying? You got all the lifers, you got, you know, a lot of stuff going on over there. And when you're at the work camp, you step closer to work release, you step closer to going home. So, you know, it's more laid back. So you got tattoo artists in there, but they won't run. They scared because people will tell on you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when dude go, I got some ink. I got a dude to run on me. I got some ink. So it was like a day go by, day and a half, probably a day. So I got the sweater on because I got it in my arm, my lower forearm, the whole forearm. So I wear the sweater because when you in a camp where you can't get no ink done, tattoos done, you gotta wait till the winter to get your tattoos on your arms so you can wear a sweater or thermal over it all the time, you know what I'm saying? And no one catch it. So we go to breakfast, it's like 5 in the morning, come back, they kicked my bunk. One of the officers. So he like, yo, come to the laundry room. When you go to the laundry room, they either gonna beat the shit out of you or something going on. So I go to the laundry room. He take me and Bally. This kid named Bally. He got a $150 in his face. He was from the Bronx. So we go to the back. He like, oh, we got a kite talking about something with your some tattoos. So I'm like, oh hell no. So he's like, y'all got a strip. So I'm like, man. So I go. So we take your shirt off, all this and that. So when I take my shirt off, I cover my forearm with it. I leave my shirt hanging on my forearm. I leave the I leave the I leave the shirt on my forearm so he can't see the tattoo. So I spin around, you know what I'm saying, do whatever. But I had the shirt there, so he like, man, move that shirt, move the shirt. He found the tattoo, whatever. Officer was cool about it though. He was like, look, I know y'all just trying to beg. Give me a tattoo gun, I'll let you live. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, say less. So I go outside. He had a rookie officer with him. I go outside with him to the dorm, and the rookie's there. So the rookie like standing next to me. So I'm looking at him. So he's like, give me the gun. But I got somebody holding the gun. So I ain't trying to put them out there in case they lying. Then, they take us both to jail and shit. So I was like, I'm going to get it. So he's like, go get it. I said, nah, I'm going to get it though. You know what I'm saying? I had to go back in the bubble, leave me alone. So he like, nah, go get it. So I'm like, well, you might as well just take me to the box, man. Because I ain't going to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So the other officer was like, yo, leave him alone. Let him get it. He's like, yo, put it in the sink. Put it in the sink. Boom. He let me live. So I'm looking around the dorm. I know it's this fool, dog. Because the way he acting, the bunks are set up. You got 2 rows of single bunks in the middle of the dorm, and you got bunks in the wall. They double bunks that wrap around. And you got the wall, on the other side of the wall, the day room, whatever, the bathrooms is on the left. So we on the wall. My nigga King Peligroso, he from out there, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all BX Kings out there, you might know him. I want to say he was a Tiger Tribe out there. I might not remember, I might be wrong. But anyway, he was like, yo, what's going on? So I'm like, yo, this nigga, I think it was this nigga Montez, nigga, that was his name, Montez Snitch. I'm like, I think it was Montez, my nigga. So Montez, he looking from his bunk straight at us, but he won't, you know what I'm saying? He just peekaboo and looking, then he get his cup and he walk around the whole other side of the dorm to go to get the water to make coffee. So I'm like, damn, this nigga like avoiding, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it was this nigga. So he get the coffee, whatever. He go to the bathroom, so I walk to his bunk. Now we had like 7 Aryan Nation Unforgivens in the dorm, because Aryan Nation don't run in Florida. They got the Unforgivens. You know what I'm saying? They're not sanctioned in Florida, the Aryans. So they in the dorm, they talking because he done snitched on them. So I go and I wrap the bunk up. I take everything off from the bunk, everything. And then I don't know if any other prisoners where y'all at anywhere else, but in this camp where I was at, in this dorm, they had dogs. Like, you could train the dogs. We was in a dog program. I always bred pit bull. I've been breeding pits for over 20-something years. So you get to train dogs and get a certification as a dog trainer and all this and that, the state of Florida or whatever. So you had dogs in this dorm and shit like that. So when you walk out the dorm, they had an area where you can take all the dogs out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk out the doors, another gate, and they got a fenced thing, like yard, where you take the dogs out there. So I grab his mat, his roll, his bedroll, everything, take it, I walk out, I kick the door open, I slung all that shit where the dog shit and piss at. You know what I'm saying? So the Aryans stand up, everybody in the dorm stand up, and they start clapping. They should have been got this nigga out the dorm, you know what I'm saying? So I throw his shit out. When I'm walking back in, he walking out the bathroom, so I was like, yo, my nigga, you gotta go, my nigga, like, your shit out the door, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, what, this and that. I was like, faggot ass nigga, y'all know you snitched on me, nigga, my nigga, boom, nigga. So when I hit him, cause I thought he was gonna throw the coffee on me, nigga, you know what I'm saying? That 190, that shit hot. So when I hit him, I busted his forehead wide open. That shit turned white. You know what I'm saying? But he still splashed me with that coffee. So when I hit him again. I two-piece him, boom, boom. Mind you, everybody came back from breakfast. They all laying down again. They're waiting for count to clear and all this bullshit. And then you go to school and go to work and go wherever you gotta go. The nigga Batty jump up. My nigga Butch jump up. Butch from St. Pete. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Butch. Butch boy. Hey, and then King Peligroso jump up. But they seen me hitting them, boom, boom, boom. Then we just jump out the bunk, rush over there, and start whooping on them too. Butch fell down though. Butch went to hit him, slipped and fell because the floor was full of coffee. So he went to hit Butch. I pushed him down. I grabbed Butch, pull him up. Butch hit him, slid his ass. I'm talking about this dude like 230, 250 probably. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when he, not Butch, Montez, the nigga that snitched. When he hit him, he slid him, bro. Like, the nigga slid. Like, safe, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The CO's in the bubble, but she looking at the other dorm, because you got an A side and you got a B side. So she's standing on the B side looking like that, but we on the A side. So he slide like right in front of the bubble too, but he on the ground, she can't see him. So he get up and try to come through, niggas start tagging him up, light his ass up. Boom. Split up, we all split up. The Unforgivens, the white boys, them niggas, they call me, what's up? They start throwing me a set of blues. Take those blues off. They have coffee, blood, all that shit. So I throw the blues and I hide them shits, and I put the ones the white boys gave me. So the COs come in, because he ran to the police. So he went to the COs. COs come in. They know he the one that dropped the kite. You know what I'm saying? And now he all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So they come to me and they're like, yo, I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. So they take me to the back. They took Bally to the back. And they took Montez, and they got beat up, to the back. So we in the back, in the laundry room. So he's in Spanish. Like, this and that. Yo, mama, bicho, caiga la boca que me está choteando ahora mismo, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? And he's like, no, que es cierto. Yo, al buche, cabrón, al buche, cállate la boca. That's it, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? So the nigga like, oh, no, but he trying to sell me out in Spanish, but you snitching right now, dog. What you doing, you letting them know it was me, nigga. So they check my hands, you know, the routine, you get in a fight in prison, they check your hands, whatever. They can't prove nothing, though. So he tells on Peligroso, King Peligroso, he told on Butch. So me, Butch, King Peligroso, Bally, and him, we all go to the box on the investigation. You know what I'm saying? So him and Bally's on top of each other on the box. I'm somewhere else. Now they could keep you in Florida under investigation forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? They could keep you there for like months, bro. Like 6 months, I think it is, bro. They could let you out for a day and bring you back. You know what I'm saying? They could leave you on the investigation for a long time. So that's kind of sucks about being on the investigation, because you ain't never got you don't got the DR board coming to see you to give you your paperwork, and then you get your box time. You ain't got none of that. You just in limbo. Now this nigga, like I said, everybody do their time different. This nigga Montez can't live without the TV. You know what I'm saying? That nigga being the TV, so it's killing him. The box is he can't do box time. You know what I'm saying? Like I EOS from that prison from the box. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to the box and caught a whole bunch of DRs in the box, and I had mandatory time. I ain't had game time. So I was spending a lot of time in the box in that camp. So he goes and him and Batty talking through the fence. So he go and say he don't remember who did shit. After like 6 days, they take us out. I'm gonna go back. Yo, when we come through the center gate, because they taking the work camp, they take it to the main unit. Then you go to the annex. We went to medical. The main unit go to annex. They took it to medical. Homeboy had a broken wrist. He lost 4 teeth. He was all messed up. So they took him to medical. We had to go with him to the dentist and shit. Whatever. I think like a couple of teeth was loose. After that, they just pulled them on out. Took it to the box. He was all messed up. His wrist was broke. All that. So anyway, we in the box. He's like, yo, I don't remember who did this shit. Boom. So when he said he don't remember, now they gotta let us go. You know what I'm saying? So they let everybody go. But he put a keep separate on me. He said that I was gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? He said he was in fear for his life, that I was gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? So they sent him back to that work camp, and I stood in the annex for a year and a half until they shipped him and sent him wherever the hell he was going. You know, this was a camp that when you put in for a transfer, you'll be waiting 2 or 3 years to get transferred. Like, and if you catch a DR, you catch any, like, you know what I'm saying, disciplinary, then they take that from you. Now you gotta wait a whole nother like year to be clean just to put in for a transfer, and then wait 2 or 3 years just to get transferred. You know what I'm saying? But you never get away from this camp unless you try to kill yourself. You go psych. I did a video about it. You go back and check. And so they sent him back. They kept me and King Peligroso. They kept us there. Everybody else got sent back. So we stood in the annex for like a year and a half after that, riding out. That was my dog. But so the twist, the funny shit is, this was like the funniest hit ever, right? So I'm in the box. My man had went home from there. He shot me like, woo. So I let him know like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this popped off from, whatever. There's a little jit named Garcet. He was a Neta from Pennsylvania, from Philly, over there. Now Garcet, the Nietas really ain't look out for homie, cause he was slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a slow kid, but he was a Nieta from Philly, supposedly. So they didn't really look out for the homie. They left him like for himself, like, yeah, you're a Nieta, but they wasn't breaking bread with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was, and that was really unheard of when it comes to the Nietas, because the way they run, you know what I'm saying? They look out for each other, and it's completely different than, that's why I said, like, the ones from New York, they was running in the streets with beads on, and it's not a gang, bro. Nietas not a gang. Nietas don't run in the street. You know what I'm saying? So Nietas only exist in prison, and the only way you could be a Nieta is if you was in prison in Puerto Rico. That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Until whatever happened in New York, and then you had some Nietas out there, but it's not ran the same. Then the blood said it shut it down, but I know that that's not true, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods in New York ain't shut no Nietas down because it came from PR to shut that shit down. Because they're not a gang. They're not running like that. But they wasn't looking out for the homie. So I put him up on a whole bunch of different hustles. So he, you know what I'm saying, he used to fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? So my mans went home, and my mans used to look out for him too, because they were like, yo, homie, slow, my nigga. Like, how you gonna leave him to the wolves, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't do that. So my man's like, yo, listen, I'm gonna shoot you, son. Handle that nigga. This is the funny shit. This nigga's like 5'5", like 120 pounds. Montez is like 5'11", 250 fucking pounds, 230 pounds. So when he get back to the camp, the nigga Garcet, you know what I'm saying? My man shot him something, because I was still in the other camp. So he go in there, he get a lock. Now you take your lock and you put it on your belt. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put it on your belt. Clip it on there, wrap it around your hand, and beat niggas down with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Beat their head in. Nah, this fool take it and put it in his hand, bro, like this, ball it up, and punch the nigga, creep up on my in his head. Almost broke his freaking fingers doing that dumb ass shit. Montez, they get in a scuffle, grab the lock, take it from him. But I laughed because at least he tried, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, but Gakko was there, he was the head of the Nietas, and he was running a couple of prisons in PR as well. He couldn't make no move. That's my dog. Like, that was my dog. Like, he had did like 27 years in PR, and dude was the type of person, like, he was through the wars when the Neta was going through them wars in PR. When they killed Carlito La Sombra and all that like that, he was there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He knew all the old gangster and Herman and all them niggas from PR. You know what I'm saying? And he stabbed a nigga like 187 times one time. You know what I'm saying? And he was really about his issues and all that. He was an old man though. You know what I'm saying? He was already old. But he was my nigga. But he was like, yo, I can't make a move on homie, because I ain't got no black and white. I ain't got the paper. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't make a move on that nigga until I got that paperwork. But he took the nigga on a walk through the yard, and he told him, he was like, yo, that's my dude, my nigga. Like, that's my nigga from, like, not in prison. Like, I know him from outside of prison. And if I get that paperwork from him, it's a wrap. So dude was like, oh yeah, I think that's when they ended up shipping him. Somehow he had pulled and they shipped his ass. He got scared and left. But my Gakko didn't want to make a move because everything's political. You know what I'm saying? You can't just make moves on niggas without having the proper procedure, protocol to go through with shit. So Garcet ain't care because he ain't had no money, so my man shot him some bread and he bang, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It was funny as hell. He almost got himself beat up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude could have beat the shit out of him with the lock, but dude was so scared because he already seen that people were trying to come at him, you know what I'm saying, over what he did. So that was like the funniest hit. So anyway, Neta kicked him out. They kicked Garcet out because he took a hit. They're not supposed to take hits. Like, you ain't supposed to take no hit if you're a Neta, you know what I'm saying? That's abuse. Considered a form of abuse. So he took a hit and they kicked him out. But he ain't care because he was like, y'all don't look out for me anyway, you know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, that was the only time I had an issue with a Neta, but he was from New York. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't grounded with the fundamentals of the Nietas in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different breed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different. When I did that video talking about Queens Flip, say that Puerto Ricans can't say niggas, and I was talking about how the Jamaicans. He said Queens Flip said he didn't know Jamaicans didn't get along with Black Americans, which I don't understand how he didn't know that, because they call them Yankees. A Yankee thing you do, you know? They call them Yankees. Same thing with the Puerto Ricans from the island and the Puerto Ricans from New York. They'll call you Yankee, you know what I'm saying, American. So it's just two different ways of being, two different ways they ran in prison to in New York, where they was running in prison and they was in the street and then there was gangs and they rocked bees and they, you know, they don't do that, you know what I'm saying? So it was completely ran different, you know what I'm saying? So this dude, like, his fundamentals wasn't there, and that was the only cat I ever had, because a lot of the Nietas, you go in any Florida prison, you know what I'm saying, and you ask about me, you gonna find out. Now they ain't gonna call me Zulu King Street fan, because you know everybody got different handles for different situations. When you out here, like, you know what I'm saying, and things go real bad and get hot and names get hot and all kind of stuff like that. But when I got out, still was looking out for a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? One of my closest dogs, he got like 30 years for a body, trying to give it back. He was near that. Like a lot of them. I was on the investigation. One of the Chinese kids got killed. I did a video. I talked about it. They smashed his head in with a rock. We all went to the box. And they took all the Neta. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got caught up in that shit because, you know, in prison all the Latins stick together. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. But that was the only fool, man. The only Neta I've ever came across that I had to put my hands on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he went somewhere else and was ratting over there. You know what I'm saying? He was just a rat. He was a fat rat. That's what he was. Watch TV all day long and drop kites on you. Like, drop a kite and the CO come flip your bed. Like, you know, my man's scar, bloody scar, the blood. He was smashing the CO in there. And he went to the box for that. They caught them and whatever. Talk about that. But the officer he was smashing, she the one that talked. When it came and shook down, because she was bringing stuff in, and Scar didn't want to use none of his blood brothers. Like, he was like, bro, you know, they watching. Woo, woo. Me and him was cool. It was tight. So when she would bring the shit in, she would slide it to me, not to him. You know what I'm saying? But she told me, like, yo, this nigga the one that ratted. You know what I'm saying? Because she got the kite. Saying, so that was like the only nigga I had an issue with. Matter of fact, at that camp, period. You know what I'm saying? At that camp, period, that's the only time I ever had an issue with somebody trying me like that. You know what I'm saying? I just think the dude was just a rat. Like he just didn't care who he told on. Honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? You in prison, in 4 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours away from your area. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a couple people that know you. You know, Florida got 127 prisons, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you might have a couple people that know you at this prison from the street or this and this and that. Now everybody know who you is and know your background and know. So he just try anybody. You know what I'm saying? Say drop kite on anybody. Think nobody gonna touch him. Even the police was happy. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't touch him. But you know what I'm saying? So he got up out of there, missing 4 teeth and had a broken wrist. You know what I mean? Which is good for his ass. Come on, dude. What the fuck are you waiting for, bro? yeah, man, that was crazy, bro. That camp was crazy because you had so many different things going on with the officers, and it was a dangerous game that he was playing, like, because he could have got you killed. You know what I'm saying, with the officers. Because at that camp, there was it used to be a jit camp. You know what I'm saying, and they beat a jit to death. You know what I'm saying, at that camp. And when they beat that kid to death, he was from Miami. They closed it down. The feds came and they closed it down, and they reopened it to an adult camp. You know what I'm saying? So in that camp, they really like put their hands on you, take your ass up through there by anything. You know what I'm saying? So they put the police on you, and that camp was a dangerous situation. You know what I'm saying? But it be like that, bro. It be like that. About a 5 hours. Y'all check out my nigga Leo, bro. I'm about to put my nigga Leo Rulo on, my nigga. Fuck with Spanish music. Si tú quieres nos damos un poco. Ustedes son flojos, loquitos de mago, pero los despojos, gorilas son todos los peines de mono, los magos de oro, me llegan los codos, usted me está loco, yo tengo demonios, los picas y canto. No he visto Versace y menos de Gucci. Cabrón, soy maceta, prefiero una Furi, no vivo esa movie. Ya tengo una luz y blanquita los curis, y dime los Gucci, sacamos la Uzi, que es un teletubi, cabrón, te morí, me clavo tu Gucci. En Degamo logramos, no soy millonario. Tengo varios, te pones de guapo, te quito tu barrio, nadie que ganando, no mula, tu madre, te empule, de jalo, de malo, te fajo, como si vijalo. Chico, para estos niveles me sigue. Check them out on YouTube. Dímelo, Uzi. Dímelo, baby. ¿Entiendes? Te calle, cabrón. I'm sending shout out to everybody that's tuned in, everybody that subscribe, everybody that's supporting the channel, that be liking, that be sharing, that be vibing with your boy. It's much appreciated. You know, stay tuned. I might have way more other content coming through, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to stay stuck on one thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did a video, the Are You Living video. Go check it out. I'm riding through, you know, Florida, all over the place and shit, and the beach and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna switch it up. I could go live now off a mobile device. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna give y'all all kinds of different content. You know, I ain't gonna be always on some serious talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna switch it up for y'all here and there. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribe, hit like, share. Like I said, if you wanna donate, I'll probably put the Cash App up. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, y'all stay safe out there. What up, Cuzzo? I see you. Oh, yo, matter of fact, what up, Blue? What up, Pedro? Nah, Cuzzo, hold up, let me see. It's not a gang, Cuzzo, it's an organization. Taylor CI, P. Dot. That was a Taylor CI. What is Neta? Neta is an organization that started in the prison in Puerto Rico that was started by Carlito La Sombra. They was called the Jesters before, and it was a gang. And then he had a daughter, and he wanted to change his ways of living. He caught a charge on purpose, went back to the prison, and formed the Neta. And is, you know what I'm saying, the strong protecting the weak. You know what I'm saying? That's why they throw up like that, the strong over the weak. And they was against the abuse of the COs, because the COs was doing a lot of foul stuff. So they was going to war with corrections, you know what I'm saying, over, you know what I'm saying, just to live proper without abuse. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, they wasn't with abuse with nobody, which is why they was one of the only organizations, or y'all want to say gang or whatever, that allowed gays in there. You know what I'm saying? Like Gakko, that was my homeboy, that he ran 9 prisons. He did like 27 years. But if you have a certain amount of time, like over 25 years or something, and you end up like liking boys, you could get married. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you like get married to a man, you know what I'm saying? But if the man is gay, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't just go in and rape nobody. And they're not with no abuse at all. Whether you're a gay individual, a straight individual, you know what I'm saying? If you're a street dude or you're not a street dude, you know what I'm saying? They're not with the abuse. They're not with none of that. Like in the dorms, if your family comes gives you a visit and you get a care package and you get a care package and everybody get care packages, then the ones that don't get no care patch, or you getting drugs in, if you're getting drugs in, you getting some dope, or you getting some weed, or you getting some, powder, whatever it is that you're getting in, you have to break off a certain percentage for the ones that don't have none. You know what I'm saying? So you take a quarter out, whatever it is, but everybody chip in and put it on the table. They take that and they donate it to the people that's in the dorm that don't have none. So there's no stealing. You don't have nobody in there going bogart, robbing nobody, abusing nobody, and none of that. So they was against abuse, period. And it's not a gang because it's an organization, it's an association. You know what I'm saying? And they only was running in PR. They ran most of the prisons in PR. And as a time, their enemies were the 27s, los 27, los insectos. They ended up killing Calito La Sombra. You know what I'm saying? And they shot him in the prison. You know what I'm saying? They had guns in the prisons in Puerto Rico and all that. It's a whole different world. But they shot him, whatever. But now, from what I'm hearing, like the 27s are more bigger than the Netas right now. But the Netas ran the prisons and had it on smash for a long time. It was an association. See, but you couldn't be a Neta if you wasn't locked up in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't. You had a lot of cats that would come out here. Like we over here, I was in Garcia. There's another prison, my second prison run. There was a cat that he was like, yeah, that he was a Neta from PR, woo, because that's their go-to move. Just like the white boys that come to prison, the white boys are shave their head bald. Now they're Aryan Nation, you know what I'm saying? That's their go-to, their protection. So he's saying he a Neta. And we cut out some pictures from a National Geographic of a prison in Russia. And I had an old, you know what I'm saying, Neta, un pilote over there, nigga. And he was like, yeah, you don't remember this prison in Puerto Rico? And we was showing him the pictures of the prison in Puerto Rico and all this and that. Like, yeah, the guard that used to work this post was named, blah, blah. And the dude was like, yeah, I remember. But the whole time, nigga, this is a picture of a prison in Russia, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, I remember that. So anyway, dude got his ass beat, you know what I'm saying, for false flagging. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Nieta. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a Nieta unless you was put in Puerto Rico in prison. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? How they became about in New York, probably had cats go over there. And, you know what I'm saying, like out here, they send a lot of cats from Puerto Rico to the prisons out here. You know what I'm saying? And the feds out here and Coleman and all that stuff like that. So then they run out here. You know what I'm saying? They run out here, but they run out here like they run in Puerto Rico. They don't run like they run in New York. You don't see Nietas on the street in Florida. You know what I'm saying? You might see like all kinds of different other gangs, but you won't really see. And a lot of the gangs you see in Florida are not sanctioned. They're not sanctioned from Chicago. They're not sanctioned from the West Coast. They're not sanctioned from New York. They're not. They just like renegade. Florida's always been a renegade state unless you are out. What you call them? Not the outlaws, the motorcycle gang, the warlocks. The warlocks is like one of the only original gangs that was Florida. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is more renegade until they get sanctioned or whatever. But they still running. But you don't never see no Nietas on the street beat it up. You don't see them beefing with nobody on the street because they don't run like that in Florida. They run like only in the jail, the same way it runs in PR. And in New York, I know they was running in the street. You know what I'm saying? And I know they got shut down or whatever, but they don't run like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's to answer your question, there's an association that protects the rights of the inmates. They stand together and their enemies are the officers. You know what I'm saying? That's against them. That's it. They'll kill the officers. They'll beat them down. All that. You know, they took my man's Kako, and the officers took him and held his hands down. And he used to box. You know what I'm saying? He was nasty. He had a big ass head. Kako means helmet. You know what I'm saying? His name was Helmet in English. But they beat his hands. They crushed his hands with nightsticks. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to just beat the officers, lay him out. You know what I'm saying? He was nasty. He used to box in prison. And go to prisons, boxing and shit like that. But let me see what else. Yeah, los 27. Yeah, Pedro, man, I ain't never. Let me tell you something, bro. When I was to my second prison bid, I never been affiliated. Like, only time I got an affiliation well, the gang was on the streets, and the gang unit, they had me as a Latin King because of the area I was at. It was called Kings Alley, and a lot of things was going on, and I was in the middle of everything. You know what I'm saying? And they had investigations and blah blah blah. So they always had me as the king. Even when I went to prison, they were like, "Oh, what's this 5-point star? What's this?" They go through your tattoos and all that. You know what I'm saying? So they always follow me. You know, the Latin King. And anybody that know me, like out here, they gonna tell you, "Oh, that nigga's a king. No, that nigga know all the kings, nigga." Like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, no, they gonna tell you that. But I never was affiliated with, you know what I'm saying, in prison. I was dolo. I always ran dolo, and at Golf CI, like, niggas was making moves, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was making moves in there. And to make moves in a prison that's ran, because Golf CI was ran by prison gang, by not a prison gang, but you know, you had Bloods and you had those ran by gangs, bro. Even you had officers that was gangs, like they was part of the gangs. You had officers that was Unforgiven. You had officers that was Bloods. You, like, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to make moves, money moves in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to do that and not be affiliated, you got to be somebody. You can't just, because the gangs, they're gonna extort you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to put down on you. Whatever you bringing in, you gotta break them off, or this and that. So to be able to do that, your name got a whole weight. You know what I'm saying? Your name got a whole weight. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. Cause you know, I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? In Golf CI, and I never ran in packs. I never really, like, no disrespect to no gangs or nothing like that, but I never really respected that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never respected that. You know, like, I done been in situations where I by myself ran up on like 9. You know what I'm saying? One of them was where I was at Kings Alley. They had issue with the folks, and I ran up like on 9 of them, and them boys ran. You know what I'm saying? It was like 1 or 2 of them that stood there froze. They didn't want to move. The other ones ran. So it's like, I think when you have a whole crew, a whole bunch of people, is a recipe for disaster, because you have so many different personalities, and a lot of them niggas is snitches. A lot of them niggas is looking for shelter. They're looking for protection. You wasn't blood on the street. You wasn't king on the street, but you want to come to prison with a skid bed. You got, you know what I'm saying, a little 8, 10. You got 13 months, because you can't go to prison unless you got 13 months here. So now you want to join a gang for what? Because you scared. You know what I'm saying? And you want protection. You know what I'm saying? So why I'm gonna join a power group that most of these cats are all scared? They just looking for protection. You know what I'm saying? So I never really respected that. So I always ran dolo. You know what I'm saying? But I always been in the midst with a lot of people, and they always respected me. You know what I'm saying? So I always was tangling with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So you get caught up. You get caught up with that. You know what I'm saying? They got a saying in Spanish. I said, "Dime con quien tú andas, yo te digo quien tú eres." You know what I'm saying? Tell me who you running with. I'm gonna tell you who you are. So when they see you, they can label you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's running with these niggas. Boom, label him. He's running with. But really, I was just making money. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the money. But, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah. You know. But I never really respected it. I'd rather run dolo, stand up. You know what I'm saying? And be 100 by myself. And if I fall, I fell by myself. You heard? You know what I mean? That's just it. But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down, man. I just wanted to give y'all a little story real quick, so a little something different, you know what I mean? Man, y'all be safe, man. Keep your head up. And stay strapped out there, man. There's a lot of shit going on, man. Y'all, if you can carry your gun legally, carry that shit, man. You heard? We in Florida, man. They pop your top, stand your ground, you know what I'm saying? Stand your ground a little, man. Y'all be safe, man.